Oh, I'm going to have to repair my Spitfires. I usually play with automatic repairs off because I'm trying to earn money.
Oh yeah? How much money do you have at the moment?
At the moment, 262,000.
So I take it you don't have premium?
Oh, I do have premium, but I've been buying rank 12 and rank 12 aircraft, and they're very, very expensive.
Gosh, yeah, I bet it racks up really fast.
Yeah, it certainly does start getting expensive. I mean, you get to this sort of level, and it's like 250,000 XP for the next aircraft. And right, straight back in.
Yeah, let's go for it. Hopefully this time I'll survive a bit longer. And less Rams. So I think we had a topic in mind that we were supposed to speak about, weren't we?
Oh yes.
What was it about? Oh, tanks and battleships. How it's going to play out?
Because, and I suppose this kind of ties into one of the other topics we wanted to talk about was the proposed release trees for the tanks and what kind of vehicles there are going to be. And obviously, you're going to have anti-aircraft vehicles, and we've both seen. In fact, we've both had them sent in by subscribers. Some screenshots of when. Now we don't know. We just need to say straight up here. We do not know whether or not these are fakes, fan-made, or these are actually, genuine beta test tech trees for the tanks in the game. But it's worth talking about either way. And one thing that I definitely did know was coming. There are lots and lots and lots of anti-aircraft vehicles, flak panzers, for example. The Germans, for example, have the Ostwind and the Whirlwind. I probably mangled the pronunciation there. So,
just every W you see pronounced with a V. Verbal Wind.
Oh, domination. Oh, right, okay. Domination. And, well, for example, I'm not... the whole garage battle thing in World of Tanks. Have you heard of that?
The whole garage what?
There's this proposed game mode in World of Tanks, Garage Battles, they call it. And it's basically what we're doing right now in War Thunder, where you pick... I think in World of Tanks, the idea was you pick 3 tanks and then you play. And once that first tank gets knocked out, you jump into the second tank. So you've got 3 lives, if you like. Which is pretty much what we're doing in War Thunder now anyway, where you pick, and it's 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, however many crew slots you've unlocked aircraft, and you fight with those. Now, the tank battles are probably going to run in the same way. So you'd need to pick a mix. You'd have your scout vehicles, your armoured cars. You'd have to have an anti-aircraft vehicle or 2 because, people like us flying in the sky above.
Right.
And then your heavy tanks and so on and so on. So, a tank for all occasions, depending on what's going to happen in the battle. But how the hell are they going to balance it with aircraft?
Well, it's one or 2 things, to be honest. I think it really depends how they're going to make it. Either they're going to separate it so it's tanks with tanks, like World of Tanks, essentially. Or they're going to make it with planes and ships as well. I mean,
those are really the 2 options, aren't they? 3 separate games under one hood, which is what Wargaming are doing, where you can have one account with World of Tanks, World of Warplanes, World of Warships, but each game is a separate game, just under one account. Yeah. And that could be what they're going to do here. But I think the objective is to have it play like World War II Online. Do you remember that?
I haven't actually played that one. I'm limited in my scope to that.
I've never played it, but I did like the idea of it.
Okay.
In that it's... Heroes and Generals is another game that's out at the moment where they do exactly that.
I've played that one.
They don't have ships in that. But you can play tanks, you can play aircraft, you can play infantry, and so on and so on. But we've got a Lag 3 coming at me here.
Last time I played Heroes and Generals was ages ago. I played the Alpha. I even actually remember being one of the first stress testers on it. That was a bit fun. But it really depends. Like, any way that they go, the game is going to be fundamentally different. If they mix in everyone together or if they separate it, it's going to be fundamentally different. And to be honest, I think it's going to be, well, I don't know, it's hard to say what's going to come out, because if you look at all the different variety of vehicles, the mass diversity, you got the anti-aircraft, you have assault vehicles, you sort of assume that, hey, they're going to mix in everything together. I mean, why else would you have anti-aircraft vehicles, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I would imagine that they would do. Plus, it would also give them a unique stance in MMOs, because I mean, what other game mixes them together and works very, very well? I mean, their direct competitors going to be World of Tanks, Wargaming, and World of Warplanes. So if they can make something that combines everything into one, well, they're going to have a sort of unique product on their hands. And
definitely. I think that's the dream, but how the hell are they going to implement it? That's the thing, because the balancing is going to be a fucking nightmare.
Well, I don't know. There's so much speculations that you can make about it, and
I mean, maps like this would work. You know, you've got the ships. I don't think any of the maps that are in the game at the moment are really suitable, if you like, for that sort of game, except perhaps maps like this one. But you know, there's not much cover for tanks, for example.
Exactly. Imagine going in a tank column and just getting wrecked.
Exactly. So it's going to take some balancing. I'm very intrigued to see how they're going to try and pull it off. I'm trying to land, by the way, my engine's shot out. Yeah,
and I've got a destroyed wing here and destroyed body. Yeah, that's me down.
And I'm going too fast. I'm going to circle around.
But like I was saying, I would imagine that they would combine everything together, but then if you look at the current state of the maps, as you were saying, it doesn't really make sense. I mean, where are you supposed to get cover? You have to change the maps completely. And it's not only that, but if you did have everything together, it would be a whole reworking of balances, because what, could somebody just drop a 100-kilo bomb on you or something, 100-pound bomb on you and just instantly destroy you? Well, that wouldn't really be fair.
Yeah.
And it would just sort of take out some of the fun, a lot of the fun actually, if you just get insta-killed all the time. So, I don't know, it's really hard to say. Maybe they'll do both, you never know.
Yeah, it's the whole... I think you probably got to look at it from the, like you say, from the tank's perspective, because it's balancing it around... Oh, that was bizarre.
What happened?
I landed, repaired, and this has never happened before, and I didn't.
And now you take off.
And now,
yeah,
now
it depends what map. It depends what map you're on. Certain maps you actually start at the beginning of the airfield. Other ones you're just up in the air.
Yeah.
It's arcade battles for you.
Of course.
I'm just gonna be defending the ships here. We got a few bombers from the enemy, trying to get them.
Yeah,
and we're losing ships one by one now.
Yeah. There's not a lot I can do in a Spitfire about them. Well, I can defend the ships, I suppose. You're going after that A-20G?
Not anymore. I'm just going to disengage. He's too fast for me.
Right. There's not a lot over this side. Mostly fighters.
I'm sort of more inclined on just defending right now. It's a good way of getting kills because, you know, it's usually bombers that comes this way, so easy stuff.
Yeah.
And plus they're dwindling down our ships.
I-16 might have rockets, I think.
Okay. I like the amount of teammates that we have here, and everyone's going on one plane.
And I got it.
Well done.
But, you know, he's the one making himself a target, so...
Yeah, he was brave. Either being stupid or brave, you never know.
Something I talked about in another video. People often say, well, how do I get bad guys off my ass? Well, I'm no expert at that, I'm afraid, but don't make yourself a target. And, you know...
Yeah, definitely don't... whoever thought that going in by yourself against 6 targets was a good idea.
Yeah, exactly. They're trying to cap. Lots and lots of
I see a whole bunch of them as well. There's a bullfighter up in the sky. I'm a bit wary about him. But the thing is, like, you have to have situational awareness, and you have to be looking around with C all the time. As soon as you engage somebody, and even when you're, you know, when you're disengaged or engaging, situational awareness. Look around what's going on. If you see a bullfighter, just start turning on him because, you know, maneuverability problems with the bullfighter, right?
And yeah, exactly. And we've just uncapped, which is nice. Are you on that bullfighter now?
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying.
Going for him too. He's going in the
I just want to get him out as soon as possible because you know when a bullfighter's out in the field or out in the air, he's going to be
dangerous.
Pesky, yeah.
He's down.
Nice. I ran out of ammo just the last second.
Have you noticed they still haven't killed any further ground targets? We're running a successful defense here. But
yeah. I guess we're sort of sprinting between back from the airfield because they're trying to cap us and then trying to attack our ships. So just trying to
we've got a problem.
Flanks.
They've got two high altitude bombers at high altitude, just with nobody on them. I'm going for the AR-2.
Okay. I'll go for them in just a second.
AR-2's gone into a dive.
Alright.
He's running for it. Well, that's... and the SB-2M's going into a dive now as well. He's going for our ships. So
yeah, I'm gonna come to where you are, because it looks like you're sort of by yourself there.
Did he get that? He did get that bloody destroyer. Right, I need to get him. I need to get this guy before he reloads.
I'll go for the AR-2 up in the sky.
Roger that. I'm going for the SB-2.
Yeah, distance is closing between me and him, but he's still high in the sky, that's the thing. It's a bit difficult sometimes to actually get bombers, because when they boom and zoom, because they have a speed advantage since they just made such a rapid descent.
Yeah,
they just go back in the sky, and it's so hard to hit them sometimes.
I mean, if they tried doing this in historical battles, they just rip their wings off. But you can completely get away with this.
I know. And that'd be sort of funny seeing both of us in particular. And I imagine it's going to be more so funny when I go into it, because I'm not going to have any conception of when your wings are going to rip off.
I'm not entirely sure whether... Actually, I think you can actually lose your wings in historical battles. The flight model is much less forgiving than in arcade battles. There are some elements of the virtual instructor that you don't get when you're in historical battles. It's not like flying a full real battle where you're stuck in the cockpit view, there's no external camera, there's no target lead indicator, there's no names over the enemy targets. It's literally, you have to be using your eyes. But it is more difficult, and things like the aircraft trim and controlling, you've got to start using the rudders a little more and all that sort of thing. Very, very sensitive aircraft. Oh, you got him. Sorry, I was looking at the other way around.
Yeah, I got him. I got rammed. I got rammed as well.
Oh.
Right, heading back in my D520. So, do you have many premium planes in this?
Oh, I have a few. I bought the Ultra Starter kit, and you get about 4 premium aircraft in that.
Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it?
It's expensive, but I'd say it was worth it. Alright, that SB-2M has a Brewster Buffalo on his tail. I'm never going to catch him.
It seems like they sort of given up on bombing our ships.
Yeah. Well, they still have some bombers up, but the bombers are being intercepted. Well, I might be able to catch this guy now. He's trying to outturn that Brewster Buffalo. He's going into a dive. Oh, I'm going to have him.
The thing that I don't like about this mode sometimes is that it can... Did you get him?
Yeah, the cap was on his tail for like a minute, and then I turned up and boom.
Nice. Not bad.
Poor guy.
The thing I don't like about this mode sometimes is that it can become almost a stalemate, because if you think about it, as long as each team has their own airfield, as long as they protect their ships, then what's sort of the motivating factor to go against the other enemy team, right? I mean, technically it could just stay as a stalemate.
It could. That's why I always try to save a bomber for later, to break that stalemate. But you know, you can just lose by... just run out of aircraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because every time you lose an aircraft, the enemy team loses tickets. Plus, you can just, you can win by, if they don't have anything left to fly, then
kind of by yourself.
Oh crap! I pulled a big old high G turn there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get some guys on your 6, but man, there's way too many.
That's alright.
Jingles, go down fighting. I'm coming.
Believe it or not, I'm doing this on purpose. I want to get as
no
as I can, so I can switch to a bomber.
Jingles, I'm not kidding you, but this is another ram.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
And I actually tried to split this time as well. I don't get it, man. Like, it's just every time somebody's coming at you, what is the better thing to do? Just split away instantly, or just keep on shooting at it?
Passes.
What's
Because
that?
Try not to get into head-on passes, because it's just giving them an opportunity to shoot at you. And it's easier said than done, I know, but it's never the ideal combat situation, and you're going to end up in that situation whether you like it or not.
Yeah. Somebody's saying, by the way, check out World of Warplanes if you want health bars and such. The funny thing is, somebody's actually sent me some patch updates that they're going to be doing in World of Warplanes, where they're going to be implementing better visuals. You know, the funny thing is, I bet you they're actually doing that because they've seen how good War Thunder is, and they're like, oh.
Wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I actually put World of Warplanes back on my computer recently. By the way, you know all those guys who were on my tail?
They're gone.
Killed them.
Nice. Well done. Alright, well this is kind of funny. We actually conquered their airfield. I like how you went in by yourself, total Rambo, and then there was like 6 of them, and everyone was so reluctant of coming to help you because they're like, oh, he's just a goner. And
I know. I actually went in here on purpose, trying to get shot down so I could jump into a bomber and start killing some ground targets, but they just wouldn't kill me.
Oh, I love this. The bullfighter's running away. He's scared. Even his ships won't help him.
And he's dead.
Yeah.
Actually, that was a smart move. He's leading us over his anti-aircraft guns on purpose.
Yeah. But there's just so many of us. Oh no!
Oh, that was silly of me. I very nearly collided with a friendly.
Right. Have you used the... You haven't crashed yet, have you?
No. And I would like to get the Survivor Award. And of course, you know that now I'm going to get hit by flak. One of my guns is jammed. And I'm empty. Oh, got an assist out of it anyway.
Well, I imagine we're going to be winning pretty soon here, because I think most of their fighters or pilots are pretty much down.
They've got 2 bombers up. Do you see them? Oh no, they're not bombers. One's a zero and a buffalo.
Yeah.
Now, take every precaution you can to avoid getting rammed here. That's when people tend to get... Oh, I've been spotted. That's where people tend to get desperate when they're losing like this.
They just go in straight full force for a ram, don't they?
I just haven't been watching comments, and I was like, oh, Mr. Jingles. Oh, right, okay, easy kills. They're both trying to land.
Yeah, they're both desperate.
I'm going for the 0.
Oh no.
Zero's dead. Both dead.
Wow.
Nice.
That's both of them gone.
P-26 coming in. He's flying over the battleship. He's
Kill assist.
dead.
Yeah, that's pretty much it over, isn't it?
It is. They have an Avenger. There's an Avenger
against about like
somewhere.
10 of us flying in the sky?
Yeah, it's game over. It's totally game over. There's some guy flying around in an Avenger, and that's it. Oh, there's a P-26 up there as well.
Yeah, it looks like he just spawned. I'm going for him. And maybe this is going to be a ram, I don't know. I feel like the defining theme in this video, for me anyway, is rams.
It's going to be an interesting video watching this from your perspective.
It's actually ridiculous. I never get this many rams in a game. That's quite funny. Just the pressure from the mighty Jingles. Okay, I'm not... I just split away from that early because I was just afraid of even ramming there.
Like that?
Yeah. Oh, don't tell me you're down!
Oh, it's alright. That was the last.
No, Jingles dead.
I
that was your only
got
death.
the Survivor Award because that wouldn't have happened prior to patch 1.27, where as soon as that happens, you're dead, you're out of the game. Oh, sorry, just hit my microphone. But because it gives you time to eject from your aircraft, where you're still considered alive before it awards them the kill, I still got the Survivor Award.
Not bad. Well done. 1
10
for 10.
kills.
That's a very good ratio.
That wasn't bad.
That wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, have you got the Survivor Award before?
I don't think so. I've gotten Fighter Nightmare plenty of times, but I think surviving is a bit of difficulty. Actually, no, I must have. No, in my last game, I was 1 for 15, so I must have. Yeah.
Yeah.
With Survivor, is like you need to.
It's not
how
just.
long do you have to survive
it's not
for?
just survive with one aircraft all the way through the battle. You also have to destroy more air targets than anybody else who didn't lose any aircraft.
Oh, okay, I would have gotten that then.
So you probably, if you got 15 kills with one aircraft, you probably got Survivor.
Yeah, I imagine so. Don't really pay attention to it.
It's worth 5,000 XP, so it's pretty useful.
Oh, not bad.
So
very good, very good. So should we go into? Should we do another arcade or should we go into a historic?
I think the circle is now complete, and you must dip your toe into historical battle waters.
All right, I guess we'll do it.
Right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.